Hi again, everybody. From the pages of the paper of Montgomery County, this is your news break. Inside today's edition of the paper, we have the Crawfordsville Parks and Recreation Fund Guide. This is for the spring and summer of 2012, so be sure and pick that up in the paper of Montgomery County, or you can stop by our offices and get one of those special sections. Now turning to page 1 for Wednesday, April 18, 2012, the General Lew Wallace Study and Museum has announced that the exterior restoration of General Wallace's study has been completed. This project included the restoration of the copper domed roof, terraces, back door, and foundation. Those contributing to the project included the Montgomery County Community Foundation, the Afro-Meissen Family Fund through the Central Indiana Community Foundation, the USDA, the City of Crawfordsville, and a host of businesses and individuals. The final phase of the project was the restoration of the stucco foundation, which was completed in early April. While this decorative feature enhances the appearance of the study, it also serves the critical purpose of protecting the foundation from inclement weather. The General Lew Wallace Study and Museum is a tourist destination for almost 9,000 people annually, and this enhancement assures the study will be accessible for future generations. When we come back, the Montgomery County Community Foundation gives a grant to the Women's Resource Center and to the Red Cross. We'll check Weatherby's 3-degree guaranteed forecast and a look at sports. You're watching Newsbreak from the pages of the paper of Montgomery County.
At Zahn's Floor Covering, we don't offer washers, paint, or lumber. Floor covering is our expertise for your home or office. At Zahn's Floor Covering, we offer luxurious styles of carpeting and realistic-looking vinyl patterns, and we do it better than anyone else. You'll fall in love with the possibilities at Zahn's, all backed by professional installation, superior personal service, and our 3-year installation warranty. Stop by Zahn's today and see why we want to be everywhere you are.
Bad wrecks happen to good people. That's why people take their wrecks to the good people at Gould's Body and Paint in Crawfordsville. Gould's will work with your insurance company to provide an accurate quote of your needed repairs. Then the iCar Gold Class specialists take over, restoring your vehicle to good as new. Gould's will service any make, any model, any type, or amount of damage. Just remember our motto, at Gould's Body and Paint, our business is a wreck.
And we're back. Through his service to the Red Cross, Montgomery County Community Foundation board member Philip Littell observed 2 local organizations working together to meet the needs of our community's youngest citizens in the aftermath of a house fire. Liz Thompson, Director of Emergency Services, says it had weighed heavily on her mind for some time that although the local Red Cross chapter is prepared to serve the general population in the event of a house fire, resources to meet the needs of infants are lacking. Although during her time of service such an event had never occurred, the concern remained, and she approached Patty Harvey, Director of Women's Resource Center, if they would be in a position to assist should the need ever arise. With a mission to serve the needs of women and their babies, Patty readily agreed. Just 2 weeks after their verbal arrangement, the dreaded happened in Fountain County, not once but twice in a very short period of time. The second incident left a mother and her children, who ranged from infancy to teens, homeless while her husband was on a job out of state. All the baby's clothing was in the dryer, which was destroyed by the fire. With one phone call from Liz to Patty, the baby's needs were met. Montgomery County Community Foundation has set aside $15,000 to allow for each of the 15 board members the opportunity to name an organization to receive a $1,000 community engagement grant. Witnessing this act of compassion and cooperation inspired Phil to direct his $1,000 grant to Women's Resource Center for the specific purpose of providing emergency assistance to infants in Montgomery County who fall victim to house fires or other tragedies. For more information about the foundation, please call 362-1267. That's 362-1267. Or visit the website www.mccf-in.org. And if you didn't catch that number or the web address, you can always back up the recording just a few seconds and get that. Now turning to Weatherby's 3-degree guarantee. Weatherby says the high today will be 72. If Weatherby is off by more than 3 degrees, email us at weatherby@thepaper24-7.com and let us know. Include your name and phone number, and at the end of the month, all those who called in and caught Weatherby will be entered into a drawing for a prize. 72 degrees. Well, depending on when you're watching this, you may want to take a light jacket or sweater with you today. 72 is pretty nice. No complaints. Not for this part of November anyway, in November, yeah. This part of April anyway. Turning now to look at sports. Our sports editor, Ross Flint, reports the North Montgomery softball team was hitting the ball well throughout its Sagamore Athletic Conference game with Danville. The Chargers just couldn't put enough base hits together to bring in enough runs, and that changed in the 6th inning. A 5-run rally in the 6th gave the Chargers a 10-9 win, a win that had plenty of drama and a little luck on the Chargers side. After last night, we were ready to come out and prove ourselves, North coach Sarah Searing said. We're starting to make the routine plays on defense. We're starting to get more runners on base. Last week, one of the main reasons we weren't in the game as much as we should have been was we just weren't getting enough base runners on. Tonight we showed we can do that. Down 9-4 to start the bottom of the 6th, the Chargers picked up 3 hits, walked twice, reached base once on an error, and used aggressive but not overly aggressive base running. Junior C.J. Trippett led off with a walk, then stole second on a wild pitch. Junior Raylan Early reached base on an error when Danville's shortstop dropped an outstretched arm catch that she almost made the play on, which moved Trippett to third. The second baseman then scored on a wild pitch. After a ground out by junior Brittany Townsend moved Early to third, Early scored on another wild pitch, and sophomore Haley Carpenter walked. Another wild pitch advanced Carpenter to second, and she reached third on a fielder's choice hit by senior Mackenzie Carpenter. That's when the bats came to life. So too did the North dugout. As the drama increased, so did the cheering from the North players watching from the dugout. I think it's good for them to see that, for them to get that excited, Searing said. I think sometimes they got on a roll and they just let the game happen instead of getting excited about it. I think if we continue to have those innings, they can be like that all the time and not just wait for that rally to happen to start cheering and being into the game. Bob Cox reports Crawfordsville entered the Sagamore Athletic Conference game with one thing on their mind, which was to take care of business, and that is what happened with a 5-inning victory over Western Boone. The score was 12-2. With the win, the Athenians remained on top of the conference by using a big 7-run third inning, and the home team got some good pitching from 2 hurlers. Although it was a good win, Crawfordsville coach John Froge said there are still plenty of things to work on for his squad, knowing their season is still young. The Athenians did commit 3 errors in the game. We can use every game to get better, and we found every way possible to give them their 2 runs, Athenian coach John Froge said. It is not because of a lack of effort. It is good we are making mistakes now in April and not in June. Crawfordsville starting pitcher Chase Justice struck out 6 stars and only gave up 1 run in 4 innings of work. Froge was pleased with Justice's performance. That was a good game for Chase after we gave him last week off, Froge said. Justice is potentially our number 1 pitcher, and he was very good after the first inning. Sophomore Garrett Phelps pitched the final 2 innings for Crawfordsville, striking out 5 and giving up 1 run to close the game. Offensively, the Athenians got a big game out of senior leadoff hitter Caleb Rasmussen. Rasmussen celebrated his birthday with his first three-hit game of the season. The shortstop scored 2 runs in the game and also collected 2 ribbies even though he was sick. Rasmussen said the Athenians are getting better and he feels good where the team is presently. And that's a look at your news, weather, and sports from the pages of the paper of Montgomery County. Remember, be sure and pick up your Parks and Recreation guide today. And if you want to see more from today's edition, just look at the stories on this page or click on the e-edition at the top of this web page. For the paper of Montgomery County, I'm Frank Phillips reporting. You have an outstanding day, and we'll see you later.